Hello my underrated and lovely witches, my name is merciless_witch, and today, I will be doing that kind of video again, but it will be probably the last of its kind for this year at least, since I showed everyone what my problems with those sudden YouTubers are and don't need to repeat that till death. In today's Witches Cauldron we will get into the YouTube channel Schmuckles with over 50,000 subscribers, how he is treating his fans, how he creates unnecessary drama, taking things out of context and many more. Since the cauldron is hot on this one, did I even got blocked from him while I used my magic to make my research on him, and it could be more that he is hiding, probably more. So disclaimer here, it could be that there is more about him as a person, but I only could use the limited sources which I had, since he also likes to remove tweets sometimes or blocking people for those which found out. Like me, but if there should be something new about the case you can visit my website where I would update about the case Schmuckles and on my Patreon. Feel free to check them both out, and let's get into the magic crafting from mine. Like always will I start with the weak arguments and will end it with the strong ones so that the whole video makes sense. And another information, since he blocked me, will he say probably this video, so I can't use any footage from his Twitch streams or YouTube videos, since he would falsely copyright strike me for that, and even if he would, I would have my ways to publish the project in other ways, and since he likes to delete a lot of his old tweets, was it really hardly to find them somewhere else? I know, very iconic thing to do, but let's start now. Schmuckles is a YouTuber which creates videos about update in Dead by Daylight or conspiracy theory videos where he talks about themes where he misinterpreted a lot into the stuff from tweets from Dead by Daylight to in-game stuff like sudden objects after a map rework or other stuff. This is a problem since this person is hyping up people for stuff which won't come into the game, or even try to manipulate them to sign petitions, since he also likes create things out of context or leaving important information out of the video, since it wouldn't create a nice clickbait title which people wouldn't have watched then, and that wasn't it. Sometimes he likes to create double times of the videos for, of course, farming more views, just with slightly changing titles and content in the video, which creates problems such as that he hyped up the Dead by Daylight community for a FNAF DLC but never came because he misinterpreted something into some Dead by Daylight mobile tweets. I know, very iconic. Another example for that problems was that he made several videos where he hyped up the community that the game is getting a Candyman DLC because the Twitter account from Candyman followed Dead by Daylight on Twitter, and because of that they should have been a new movie to the Candyman, which would have made all sense in his world, but you can guess it which DLC came out. I give you 1 second to use your head for once. Exactly, not Candyman. You want another example? Fine. He was also one of the manchilds on Twitter which cried like a little baby on Twitter that the 6th anniversary DLC is going to be bad because it wasn't a license, and that Dead by Daylight will be losing more players since it lost in a recent months some of its players. And I'm sorry for asking but did he maybe forget that people have to go to work again since the pandemic was over? But hey, let's pretend that we never had a pandemic, because this is a lot easier to do than to create videos which aren't actually clickbaity. I can give you another 100 examples, but it wouldn't change a thing since his videos are usually the same. But what would be if I told you that he is faking screenshots with the Unreal Engine to make it look like that he got some random leaks? And what would be if he is creating drama out of thin air? Let me introduce you to the next act. Oh my, never had a YouTuber who is faking pictures for views on my channel, so there is something new, but let me explain to you what and why I am saying this. Schmuckles is an update channel about Dead by Daylight stuff, like I told you before, and since there isn't any update for some weeks, is it a problem for him since his viewers would forget him after a time? He posted a new video, so to fill the gap, he creates conspiracy theory videos so stay relevant for the public eyes and create situations which were never there without him. This is not also giving him just time to buy for new updates, this is also giving him the opportunity to say and make everything what he wants to, aka behaving like #stan Twitter, which we all love for the cancel culturing people. I know, very iconic of him. The problem about this is that he is selling that as the truth, which it isn't, and make the people more thinking that behavior interactive is just dumb for not implementing sudden Thori videos from him, which creates again a lot of hate, and the circle repeats. Basically he is feeding the people hope on something. They are getting disappointed on this but interacting more with his social media since people are using it more when they are mad, and continues with that till he is getting out by the actual leakers from Dead by Daylight since they felt dirty that Schmuckles is calling himself a leaker but is just repeating what others are telling him in which he is great in. However, it is going a bit too far for me if you are faking screenshots with the Unreal Engine build and trying to sell it to your viewers, because yes, this is what he did recently in his video, New Dead by Daylight Leaked Map, Dead by Daylight, where he showed his community several screenshots about a new map in Dead by Daylight. I even reacted to it on my Patreon and explained how fake it was, but since this is an important part, will I also repeat here. First Firstly, I want you to see the screenshots and analyze them for yourself so that you might compare on what you forgot and on what you were right and wrong. It's even okay to stop the video for a minute. I will continue now with the video. The first thing which we can see is that the footage was made very gray. What I mean with it was that someone reduced the contrast, made the picture brighter, and put a little shake effect on it since we can see some stuff, but not very exactly the details since there wouldn't be any. The street looks way too normal with a really high resolution, a resolution which behavior does not use since it looks too sharp, at least for me. The next look I want to take is the grass. The grass is way too much low resolution and too bright. It doesn't fit in scene, and the house looks way much too new, which isn't the style since a lot of houses in the game are almost broken, dirty or burned down, so that doesn't fit in. The palette which we can see at trash cans is way too small, and also the proportions from the generator are not right, too small, and the model isn't that one from the game, and also if we look at the fences, they look way too new and doesn't have any character in them which others have in Dead by Daylight. The second screenshot is showing us the map from very high. Firstly, the tree leaves doesn't make sense. They are way too much details which behaviors are not since you aren't looking mostly to the tree leaves and mostly more behind you or in front of you, which tells us there was at least worked with 2 to 3 packages from the Unreal Engine store from different artists since the street, the buildings, doesn't make sense since the art style from both artists are way too differently. It isn't a problem to work with assets packages from the Unreal Engine store, but if you are buying them from different artists, can you tell that there is something not right? Also, whoever did this does not know how to move objects rightly, what we can see on the fences here. My guess here is that there was 2 worked with 2 Unreal Engine assets packs, since we have one time those streets elements from a construction style while mixing it with buildings from a building asset pack, and don't tell me that I'm wrong, because if we look at the screenshot 3 there are so many of them that you can't tell me that it isn't, and also the grounds looks like it. The effects on the ground at the yellow container are also way too much detailed, or even worse, could be an asset which probably has more polygons than DBD itself together. At the 5th screenshot is the hook way too small where you can see, and on the last picture you can see a survivor working on a generator from the slanted site, which isn't possible, aka those are fake screenshots since all the proportions are too small or way too weird and quality is sometimes too high or way too low. And was it interesting that he didn't place his watermarks on those leaks since he liked to place his watermarks recently on every leak, which could be true, but this wouldn't be all, because our lovely gentleman Schmuckles likes to create drama out of thin air, or at least calling it like that when there wasn't any drama. Videos like Stranger Things back in DBD drama, Dead by Daylight, just show us that he likes to denying any facts by saying to take part on a petition to bring back Stranger Thing if we all know that Netflix won't do that, and also crying in the same video that a fleshlight is betting the license from Netflix but not Behavior Interactive. Another example of creating drama would be continuously saying that FNAF is coming into Dead by Daylight but being mad like a little child if it's not coming, and saying that Behavior Interactive doesn't know what they are doing. And however you want to twist it,
milking it,
changing it,
faking it, however you want to name it, do I know one thing? He is creating those drama videos multiple times in a slightly more changed way because it does bring one thing: money. He is earning money by taking things out of the context and creating a circle of drama, which is just yuck, and blaming the other side if he isn't right or did something wrong. But what if I would tell you that he is calling his own fans as idiots and ban them? You know what is coming now. You know you can't silence everyone, Schmuckles, and after you blocked me did I know that you have something to hide which nobody should know yet, but don't worry, I got you. After he blocked me, I asked around on my Discord server if someone has some experience with him, with some people telling me that he is calling his fans idiot and bans everyone which isn't with his opinion. Since they didn't have any glue, so I asked around to some Discord servers and they all told me the same. You called them slurts on stream and you or your moderator banned them for you. But it's getting worse. If they tried to DM him on Twitter, did they got blocked like me, didn't answer them or reacted into deleted tweets from him on their opinion in a very, and I really mean it, very nice way like every YouTuber would do with 50,000 subscribers. Yes, Imaging, you have so many viewers, you had a discussion with them and the thing you are doing is silence them or react on them on a way which #stan Twitter is too much for it. Some of them said that he is also not treating his chat right by reacting multiply badly or giving comments which weren't nice from him, but I don't have any proof for that, but wanted to include if the whole boob might be maybe bursting. Who knows? The end words. Schmuckles is a content creator where his whole videos making one thing, creating hope, making the people mad to comment under them, getting a higher watch hour rate which creates more recommendations for his channel. He is earning money by creating conspiracy theory videos, creating non-existent drama, and taking a lot of things out of context, which resulted multiply times a hate storm for those which called him out or told everyone else differently than him, even if means to silence his own viewers if they should criticize him or calling them out on Twitter. I don't have any end questions like I had on my latest cases, because I have no hope in him that he will change and just want to close the case. Thank you so much again for watching the video. Please check out mercilesswitch.com for more information about his case, and maybe my Patreon, and see you in next week's video. Goodbye.